Come, let's cook. Heimish at home. Welcome to Heimish at Home with Yussi Weisz. I'm here, I want to prepare for you another Heimische dish. A delicious dish. Something my grandmother used to prepare all the time. Pippiklach with rice. That's chicken gizzards for those that don't know. Pippiklach with ras. That's what my grandmother made for an appetizer. That's what we had when we came for Purim. We didn't have any fancy ribs. I don't know, prime standing ribeye roasts and ribs and all these fancy meats. I don't know, we didn't have. We had pippiklach, and then we had knokkelach in the soup. And we had, I don't know, was it glingelach? Was that called glingelach? I don't even remember. We had kippelach. Anybody know what kippelach is? Am I old fashioned? I'm gonna dice up an onion. Not one onion, 5 onions. So I have some oil heating right here in my pot. Let's check if it's hot enough. Not yet. Let's wait another minute. In the meantime, I'm going to take my garlic, chop that up a little bit. Sounds like my oil is getting hot. I'm going to put my onions into the pot. You hear that? Wow, that's what I want to hear. I like that. I'm going to keep it on a high flame till it starts getting a little translucent. And then I'm going to lower the flame. And these onions have to cook for minimum an hour on a low flame, maybe an hour and a half, till it gets a beautiful golden color. You can go ahead now and just go ahead and put your garlic in. Now you just have to sit tight and wait for those onions. The next step is I have a pot of water that is almost boiling, and here are my chicken gizzards. I want to cook this for around 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'll drain it, and once the onions is ready, I'm going to add it into my onions. Let's go. So the entire 5 onions that we put into this pot that look like so much, this is what happened to it. Here comes the fun part. My gizzards cooked for around 20 minutes, and I want to get that in to my fried onions. I want that to cook for another 45 minutes to an hour to get it nice and tender. We'll have that over some rice. Yum. Get that a nice mix. I added my spices into it, salt, pepper, paprika. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken stock. Of course, if you have your homemade chicken stock, that would be delicious. If you don't, your regular chicken stock is just fine. Make sure to taste it, make sure it has enough salt and pepper. It's the way I like it. Let's try to get that to a boil. Wow. So good. So good. So my gizzards are cooking in the onions for around 50 minutes now. I'm gonna add a little touch. Something that didn't use in the Altaheim. Just a little bit of saffron. Like a tiny drop. I can't find my tweezers. I do have one of those fancy little chef tweezers. I can't find it. I'm just gonna add it right now. Just a drop. That little bit of flavor. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Mix that in there. Get a little bit of unique flavor into my dish. I'm gonna let this cook for another 10 minutes. and we're ready to roll. Okay. Party time. You gotta serve up the party. It's ready. Let's do this. I have a nice bowl of rice. I personally like jasmine rice, so I cooked up some just plain white jasmine rice. Lots of onions. Beautiful. A little bit of that sauce. Always try to dress it up nicely. I think we're ready to roll. Wow. Delicious. I love the sauce with the rice. I feel like I'm going back like 30 years. I can eat doubles and triples of this. And if you want to do this for Purim, you'll have something really original. And of course, Heimish. And memories for your kids to say, I remember when I was a little kid running around having pipklich with rice for the Purim Seder. If you prepare this for Shabbos, remember, you're doing this to cover Shabbos Kodesh. If you're preparing this for the Purim Seder, remember, this is what your grandparents ate when they grew up. Nothing fancy. Just plain good old-fashioned delicious food. Comfort food. Real comfort food. L'chaim, l'chaim. Freiliche Purim. And for the number one question that everybody always asks me, whose kitchen is this in? Guess what? Check out this guy, a Roselli Kitchen. He'll answer all your questions.